Americans are one step closer to our return to the moon more than 50 years after Americans first walked on lunar soil. NASA has selected the 4 astronauts who will circle the moon next year, another step before we get back to the lunar surface.
Commander Reid Wiseman will lead mission specialists Christina Koch and Jeremy Hansen, with Victor Glover acting as the mission's pilot. And joining us this morning, all 4 crew members live from the Johnson Space Center. Such an honor to talk with all of you. Good morning.
Good morning. It's great to talk with you as well.
So, Commander Wiseman, first to you, how is Artemis different from the Apollo program so many are familiar with?
We were joking yesterday that none of the 4 of us were alive when Gene Cernan and Jack Schmitt left the lunar surface as the last 2 humans to visit the moon in 1972. The Artemis generation is all about youth. It's all about going in an era of inclusion, all of us for humankind, and we are looking forward to being the first step in that journey out to the moon.
And Mission Specialist Cook, you are all NASA veterans, but you could soon be household names like Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin. So how do you feel about that?
I think for us, it's not so much about our own individual legacies, but about what we get to contribute to. We're contributing to a mission that's going to kick off a return to the moon, a sustained return where we stay and we do the science that the moon is absolutely capable of providing back to Earth. And then we use what we learn there and we go on to Mars. So being able to contribute to that is really what we're focused on.
And Mr. Hansen, what is your take on all of this? I mean, this is really the next step in what? A future of going to Mars and beyond.
Yeah, absolutely. And for Canada, it's really a monumental step. What really struck me yesterday was just the tremendous American leadership that has created space, not just to go back to the moon as one country, but that global leadership to take the world with NASA and America this time. So I'm just really grateful for that American space leadership, and it's really lifting Canada up and giving us a chance to show our genius and shine alongside you.
Mr. Glover, tell us about the training and how it differs from training to going to the space station.
Well, the missions to the space station have a much longer duration, and so that's a big part of what we factor into the training and also selection for those missions. But this training is going to be about 18 months, learning about the systems. But along the way, not only do we have to train, we have development and evaluations and verifications of the system because the hardware and software are still under development. And I have to go back. I have to add something to the question earlier about one difference between Apollo and Artemis. When you look at the Orion spacecraft, it looks very similar to the Apollo spacecraft. It's a capsule. They're shaped very similarly. But you see solar arrays coming out of what we call the European Service Module. And I think that's a physical distinction, but also sitting next to Jeremy Hansen, the fact that this is an international partnership. That is a big difference between Artemis and the Apollo program.
And Ms. Cook, back to you for one last question, because you hold the record now for longest space flight by a woman. And that was just a few years ago. You finally got home from that long journey. Are you ready to go back?
Absolutely. I couldn't be more ready to contribute to this mission. Being able to stay on the International Space Station for that long was such an honor. And I always say about records that it's not the number of days that you do, but it's what you do with those days. And also that I can't wait for records to be broken. That means we're continuing to push those frontiers. So it'll be an honor to be on this mission, to contribute to another one, and then to see what the people that come after me, tomorrow's future explorers, continue to do.
We are so excited for this. Thank you all for joining us this morning, and good luck.
Thank you. Thank you.
We keep telling our kids we're all going to have dinner on the moon someday. We'll see y'all soon. Godspeed.
Take care.
Godspeed. Thank you.
Proposals at sporting events.
Y'all are clear. Thank you so much.
To go as planned.
No, we're going to
Totally
tell you about
looked
the
at the wrong
tackle.
camera.
It's a big tackle, Anthony. It's a big hit. Stand by.